Welcome back to Biafra News Support Biafra at Biafra here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you're watching me from. Biafrans, lovers of freedom, people of goodwill, I bring you another news and update coming from Mazi NNAMDI KANU. Has voiced out from DSS telling Nigerian government and the fools that might be telling him, because we have had a lot of people saying, oh, we went to see Mazi NNAMDI KANU at DSS headquarters today in Abuja. Oh, I went to see Mazi NNAMDI KANU yesterday at DSS headquarters Abuja, and he said, let's sit at home. Stop. Many of fools has been coming out to say they went to see Mazi NNAMDI KANU. Maybe they have been going there to tell him, oh, beg Nigerian government for your release. And Mazi NNAMDI KANU replied them that begging Nigerian federal government for my freedom is an insult. IPOB leader Mazi NNAMDI KANU. Before we continue with this very news, I would like to welcome all the new and old subscribers. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, kindly click the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to enable you get notification once I upload a new video. So, dear friends, I bring you this very news because we have had a lot of fools saying even if I know that don't have our interest at heart. Many fools have been coming out. Oh, I went to see NNAMDI KANU today at DSS headquarters Abuja. Oh, I went to see Mazi NNAMDI KANU in DSS dungeon, and he said let's sit at home. Let everybody stop sitting at home. That he has replaced it at home with gaining economic development, whatever they called it. And now Mazi NNAMDI KANU is telling you, and the criminals hiding under IPOB that wants it at home to stop by all means, because it's only sit at home that is making the fools talk about his release. Okay? He said, begging federal government for my freedom is an insult. This man committed no crime. Muhammadika committed no crime. And the appellate court has discharged and acquitted him. They still don't want to release him. So why would he beg for his freedom? It's a question. If you have the answer, leave it at the comment section. Why would Mazi NNAMDI KANU beg for his freedom that he asks for referendum? For his people to exit that contraption, the amalgamation has expired since 2014. And in the amalgamation, it stated that after 100 years, any tribe or group that wants to exit Nigeria, they are free to do so. That is what Lugard stated in the amalgamation. And Nigerian government refused to allow us go peacefully. Mazi NNAMDI KANU started putting the whole world on notice of the reason why Igbos must exit. Britain killed more than 6 million Biafrans, and since then the Fulanis has been killing us. Why are we in that contraption that is not benefiting us? What are we doing there? We are not that. They are not with us for peace. They just want us to remain in that contraption for them to keep killing us. And Ahmadika stated that we are not exiting Nigeria because we hate anybody. It's for us to preserve our lives, because we are being killed, we are being marginalized, we are being humiliated. There is no manner of inhuman treatment. They are not melting on us in Southeast. And we decided to exit because the amalgamation has expired. We have endured for 109 years. What again do they want from us? After all, they hate us with passion. So what are we doing in that contraption with them? So here is the news in detail. The detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi NNAMDI KANU, on Tuesday said begging the federal government to release him would be an insult to the memory of the late Pa Mbazurike Amechi, whose dying request to federal government to have him, KANU, freed was ignored. The lead counsel to Mazi NNAMDI KANU, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, disclosed to the newsman in Owerri after they visited the detained leader at the detention facility of the State Secret Service, the SSS, in Abuja. Okay. In addition, he said the Court of Appeal had made a pronouncement freeing him, given that it remains sacrosanct. According to IPOB's lawyer, we visited our indefatigable client, Onyendu Mazi NNAMDI KANU, on the 28th day of August 2023 to brief him on the various intervening actions taken by the legal team ably led by Prof. Mike Zakome, to address pertinent concern affecting his welfare and the failure of the SSS to avail him of his medical records. To this end, an application has been made to the Honorable Chief Judge of the Federal Capital Territory by our erudite leader counsel, Prof. Michael Zakome, to appoint a magistrate that will visit and inspect the SSS facility cell where Mazi NNAMDI KANU has been held in solitary confinement since June 2021 till date. In pursuance to the relevant provisions of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015, Following the SSS refusal to avail Mazi NNAMDI KANU with his medical record as directed by Honorable Justice Benita Nyako in the judgment delivered on the 28th day of July 2023, our erudite lead counsel, Prof. Mike Ezeku-Mesan, was compelled by the brazen disregard to an order of court by the SSS to initiate a contempt proceeding against the State Security Service SSS and her Director General for this gross violation of positive orders of court. Mazi NNAMDI KANU used the opportunity offered by the visit to extend his heartfelt gratitude to all people of good conscience and the group calling for his release. He, however, observed that many people may not have understood the clarity of his case, but proceeded to urge us to clarify that he has been effectively and vividly discharged by the judgment of the Court of Appeal delivered on the 13th day of October 2022, which said the judgment also prohibited his further trial and detention. Therefore, there is no charge pending against Mazi NNAMDI KANU before any court as of today. Furthermore, Mazi NNAMDI KANU equivocally stated that begging the federal government to release him at this point is an insult to the memory of late Pa Mbazulike Amechi, who, despite his age and ill health, repeatedly traveled from the southeast to Abuja begging the federal government of Nigeria to honor his dying wish, which request was treated with greatest disdain by the federal government and was also not honored. Mazi NNAMDI KANU is of the firm view that he does not need to beg the federal government of Nigeria to release him. The Court of Appeal has already made a pronouncement in that regard, and that pronouncement has remained sacrosanct to date. Therefore, they call every person of goodwill should make in the circumstance of this continual illegal detention is for Supreme Court to set down a date for the extrajudicial hearing of the appeal filed by the federal government as provided for in the criminal appeals practice direction of the Supreme Court, IPOB said. Okay, so let's focus on this particular statement of Mazi NNAMDI KANU. He said, begging federal government of Nigeria for my freedom is an insult to that great Mazi that died. That man with his age and the health condition traveled to Abuja, if not more than 3 times, begging for Hamadike's unconditional release. He even said, before he died, that he would prefer replacing Mazi, he would be glad to replace Mazi NNAMDI KANU. They should free Mazi NNAMDI KANU and taking him, Mazi Mbazulike, into custody. That he would be glad to die in prison if that's what they want, as long as Mazi NNAMDI KANU is released. But Nigerian government did not honor that man's request till he died. You see it? Are we truly one? Are we supposed to be in that contraption? They don't take their fools from Southeast serious. So the only man that have his integrity intact did everything within his power. Still, his request wasn't honored before that man died. So Mazi NNAMDI KANU is making it known that begging for his freedom is an insult to that man's spirit. Okay? Now, back to the fools that have been coming out to rant how they went to see Mazi NNAMDI KANU at DSS custody and how Mazi NNAMDI KANU ordered sit at home to stop. Now, what makes you people think that Mazi NNAMDI KANU's unconditional release is in the lips of those fools? You think by folding your hands and watching them do as they please will get Mazi NNAMDI KANU out of DSS dungeon? We know that Nigerian government don't want to release Mazi NNAMDI KANU, but they will. When the time comes, they will. Left for the fools in Southeast, nobody will talk about Hamadike's unconditional release. They're even going about their normal businesses as if nothing is happening. Like they don't care if Hamadike is there or not. Well, we're going to force their hands to move. If their leg have refused to, if their leg is stiff on the floor, we will help them move it. They will move it by force. As they plan for Hamadike's kidnap, the same way they will go and plan for his unconditional release, because they will never have peace. Oh. Nothing. They won't have peace. No, there will be nothing like peace for them. They will keep having sleepless night and restless mind. There will be no peace for the wicked. As they plan for his kidnap, they will also go back to their round table and plan for his unconditional release. Appellate court has discharged and acquitted Mazi NNAMDI KANU. They still don't want to release him. Every day going to court. Every day they're going to court without any progress. Those in charge of Mazi NNAMDI KANU case keep speaking with both sides of their mouth. Instead of them to focus on Ahmadike's release, they are busy talking about sit at home this, sit at home that, Simon Ekpa this, Simon Ekpa that. As if Simon Ekpa is the Nigerian government holding Mazi NNAMDI KANU. Concentrate on those holding Mazi NNAMDI KANU and allow IPOB do their own thing. You have no business in IPOB. Your business is in making sure Ahmadike is released, not IPOB, not sit at home, not Simon Ekpa. You people thinking that Simon Ekpa is lying, that Ahmadike gave him the order to do this or to talk about Biafra or keep agitating for Biafra is what baffles me. If Simon Ekpa is not doing all these things, who will be doing it? Now I want to understand something. Who will be talking about Ahmadike's unconditional release? Who will be agitating for Biafra freedom? Who will be talking about Biafra in general? Who will be talking about our freedom? Because looking at it, it's only Simon Ekpa that is doing it. Others no longer care. All they care about is how to debunk any news. They no longer talk about Ahmadike's unconditional release. They no longer talk about Biafra restoration. All they care about is now when Simon Ekpa posts, you see them reposting it. Oh, to clear this. It's not like this, it's like that. People no longer listen to them because they are not straightforward. They are nothing but criminals hiding under this freedom, under this agitation. They don't have our interest at heart. They didn't join it for us to get what we are fighting for. Rather, they joined it to use the opportunity and get the attention they want and be bribed. I'm happy this statement is coming. It did not say, Mazi NNAMDI KANU say, the person, the Mazi NNAMDI KANU lawyer, Ejiofor, said it himself. That Mazi NNAMDI KANU said, begging Nigerian government for his freedom is an insult. Okay? To the spirit of Biafrans that have died, to Mazim Bazurike, that asked for his release. He even went to Abuja with his age and the health condition. He went as far as saying that he is ready to replace Mazi NNAMDI KANU. But they still didn't listen to that man. Is it the flavors that have sold themselves kobo kobo that the Fulani Kabas will listen to? We are going to do our thing. And we are going to make sure we get all we want. Because Nigeria is not for right-thinking humans. It's meant for those that have nothing upstairs. Seriously. Because you can't tell me that every time you request for something, they will not give you what the exact thing you request. They will give you what they want to give to you. And nobody will say anything. They will start making joke out of it. They will start making content. They will start laughing and cracking joke. And so people will say, "Oh, Nigeria, this thing will make you forget your problems. You forget your problem and laugh for a minute or two. Has that problem be solved? No. You have to take action for them to know how serious you are. That is why they keep playing with Nigerians. If people keep making joke out of everything without being serious, they can never do what you people want. So that is it, dear friends. Dear fools say Mazi NNAMDI KANU say Mazi NNAMDI KANU did not say. Are you seeing it? I can never beg for my freedom. He committed no crime. His only crime is asking for referendum. My people can no longer continue being in this contraption. Moreover, the contraption has expired, and the statement in the agreement in the amalgamation is after 100 years, not even 50 years, not 20 years, not 30 years, not 40 years, not 60 years, but 100 years. You see how wicked Britain is? You see how greedy Britain is? They are I don't know if I should say they are more than greedy. The amalgamation did not state 50 years, 30 years, 40 years, 60 years, 70 years. That means 90 or 80 years, 100 years. And the amalgamation has expired since, coupled with 9 years. They still don't want to let those that want to exit. They are running illegal state. Britain and their zoo cabas, Fulani cabas, they are running illegal country. Expired country. Nigeria has expired. And they will prove it to you. So that is it, dear friends. I will stop here. Don't forget to share, like, leave your comments at the comment section. God bless and guide and protect our leader, Mazi NNAMDI KANU. Genuine dear friends all over the world. Thank you all. And our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Thank you all.